Hi, T.O.T. Carlson here, and today we're going back in time to swing in London in the 1960s for a classic spy film. But we're not talking about James Bond this time, we're talking about Harry Palmer. The movie we're going to be looking at today is the Ipcress File, starring Michael Caine. Although certainly not a James Bond movie, it does share a lot of common behind-the-camera talent. I'm going to unbox this release, share my opinion, and let you know what I think. Nice cover art there with Caine's character. Here's our spine, back cover with a description of the film and all the other pertinent info. Inside the case, we have our disc. We also have reversible art, as you can see, so I'm going to switch that out right now. Here's our reversed art, something a little more vintage looking. And then the spine and the back cover of the reverse sleeve pretty much look the same. I'll read the description of the movie as follows from the back of the case. From Harry Saltzman, the producer of James Bond classics Dr. No, Goldfinger, Thunderball, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service, comes a film widely recognized as one of the great spy thrillers of all time. The Ipcress File is the first film in the series of Harry Palmer mysteries based on the bestsellers by Len Deighton that made Michael Caine a star. It is the height of the Cold War, and ex-thief Harry Palmer, now reluctantly lurking as a secret agent, has been called to investigate a strange occurrence among a number of leading scientists. It seems that the scientists have been kidnapped, but reappear only days after the kidnapping, brainwashed and useless. Over the course of the investigation, a tape is uncovered with the word Ipcress on it. This stylish classic was directed by Sidney J. Furier, shot by Otto Heller, and edited by Peter R. Hunt, with production design from Ken Adam and music by John Barry. The cast includes Nigel Green, Guy Dolman, Sue Lloyd, and Gordon Jackson. So as you can see, a lot of people involved in this movie also worked on the James Bond series. You got a score by John Barry. You've got editing by Peter Hunt, who of course went on to direct On Her Majesty's Secret Service. You've got Harry Saltzman as one of your producers. Ken Adam as your production designer. And in the director's chair, you even have Sidney J. Furier, who went on to direct movies like Iron Eagle and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Probably the less we talk about that one, the better. So it's a great group, and of course, Michael Caine, one of my favorite actors of all time. Although there's a lot of common talent shared between this and the James Bond franchise, Harry Palmer is pretty much the anti-James Bond. James Bond is this handsome, suave, debonair man of the world. Harry Palmer is none of those things. And just seeing Michael Caine play this somewhat bumbling, inept, but well-meaning character, it's entertaining and hilarious at times. This was largely the movie that helped him become a star. I mean, the man's got to be about 90 years old now, and he's still working. One of my favorite actors of all time. Great supporting cast and set pieces as well. Don't come in here expecting something that's a thrill a minute. This is largely a slow, deliberately paced, methodical film. You're not going to find James Bond gadgets or full-blown action sequences here. But what you get for what it is a very entertaining film, and one that I really think deserves to be revisited, particularly if you're a fan of old 60s films or old spy thrillers, or anything in between for that matter. The Ipcress File had been released on Blu-ray prior to this as a region-free import. I think I had that disc at one point. This new disc from Kino Lorber is, unfortunately, from what I can tell, based from the same master that region-free import was. Not a bad-looking transfer, but honestly not a great-looking one. This really deserves like a full-on 4K restoration, and I think with a little bit of loving care, this could be a fantastic-looking disc. As is, it's certainly no slouch, and I don't think fans of the film would be disappointed. For bonus features, we get some interviews with Michael Caine and production designer Ken Adam, as well as some vintage stuff like trailers and even some old radio spots. It is nice to get all this here, and it's good to see Kino didn't just slap the movie on a disc and call it a day. Always great to get a few supplements. If you're a fan of the movie, or you're just curious and you like old 60s movies and spy capers and British cinema, by all means pick this one up. The price is certainly right. Are you a fan of the Ipcress File? Do you think it's one of Michael Caine's best performances? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos. And be sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm T.O.T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.